Happy Friday to my basics bitches out there. This is Friday No Filter, where we unleash the rant on the basics of health. Each Friday, we tear down the glossy facade and dive headfirst into the nitty-gritty of what it takes to thrive in the chaos of modern health. No frills, no fluff, just straight talk about what matters. It's time to embrace the chaos on your own journey and give a big, bold middle finger to the status quo. Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. Super excited to be here with you today. We are wrapping up Red, White, and Booty. I don't know why. I was almost ready to say my old program name, Real Women. I don't even remember. Weight Loss for Real Women is what I was going to say. Woo, it's been a week. Okay, so I don't know about anybody else, but we are hitting mid-July at this point. Which is I'm mind blown. I keep talking about how this year is moving super fast, super fucking crazy to me, but we are mid-July. I have 2 slots open for one-on-one coaching. And then of course, as always, group coaching is an evergreen model. And this is going to be super awesome because I think my son is vacuuming. So my apologies if you hear the vacuum in the background. Here we go. This is called real life though, y'all, real life. So, I missed one of the little 9 reminders. Here's a reminder if you need it. And I want to talk about this reminder because I really feel like this might be the biggest reminder that we forget about, the biggest reminder that we don't have or don't come into this process with. And that here's your reminder, if you need it, that this journey is going to take significantly longer than what you want it to and than what you think it will. Okay. The majority of you are coming in thinking that this process is just going to be, you're going to go into a calorie deficit and then boom, you're just going to lose all this weight and then boom, life's going to be great and then boom. And the problem is that you're entering this container. Most women that enter it with me, I have to set a very strict standard here. Think that this is how this is going. And I always have to remind them, one, that this process is going to be a lot slower than what they want it to be. Even when it comes to working with me, about the details of this process. When I tell them okay, well, we're let's track your food and see where you're at. Oh, you don't want me to, do all these. No, I don't really want you to do all those things. Let's just start out small, or let's just focus on your steps, or let's just focus on something else that has nothing to do with losing weight. This is why phase 1, the basics build up. This is why this piece is so important. This is why this piece is built in this way, because we have to get really good at the basics. We have to lay this foundation so that way, no matter what, when life gets crazy, when life gets hectic, which by the way, my group coaching program right now, that was everybody's problem this week. I just did check-ins with them a little bit ago this morning. That was every single person's problem. Here is the vacuum. I have no idea if you can hear it. My apologies if you can. Okay. So that is everybody's problem. Is too hard to track. Life's too busy. Life's so hard. I'm still focusing on everything else but myself. I'm not drinking my water. I'm not doing all these things. I'm pretty sure you can hear that vacuum. This is normal. And you have to be able to have a foundation to fall back on. When life gets hard, I fell off. I derailed. I fell off the horse, the wagon, the this, the that, whatever else. We have to have a foundation to stand on. Okay. I don't know about anybody else, but we experienced this lovely remnants of Hurricane Beryl. And it was fun. Not right. But let's talk about those things. When we're talking about natural disasters, right? You have to have a house that is built strong with a firm foundation so that when life comes, AKA hurricanes or tornadoes or any of these things, it doesn't mean that things don't get lost in the path. It doesn't mean that things don't get knocked down and you have to rebuild. What it means is that you have this foundation to stand on, and you have this place to always fall back onto, right? Nobody's buying a house that has just a roof and no fucking support beams in it. Nope. And if you are, good luck. Karma. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. But we walk into these processes, we walk into weight loss, solutions, and we just think that, I'm just going to do this and do this and do this, and it's just going to happen. And folks, I'm here to tell you, ladies, it's not that way. Pack your motherfucking patience. You have to pack your patience. You are so impatient. I am so impatient. We are all so impatient. We live in a world of impatience. That is what we do. We now have same day delivery. Thank you, Amazon Prime. I mean, I thank you. We have same day grocery delivery. Thank you, Kroger and Shipt and all these other great things that we have access to. But it also has put this expectation that this is how everything in our life should be. Oh, we don't even have to go to the movie anymore. I'm just going to go download Disney Plus and fucking watch Inside Out 2 now. I don't have to go to the movies. I can just sit at the comfort of my own home, order my food, order my groceries, order my underwear, and move on while I watch a movie that I ordered. And we just think that this is not Amazon Prime. This is not Amazon Prime. Your weight loss is not Amazon Prime. Pack your patience. You cannot get there so fast and think that it is going to stick or going to work, especially if that is your MO from the past, is that you think that that's always how it's gone for you. If you know that you just step into all these quick fixes and these guaranteed promises, I promise you're going to lose 30 pounds in 40 days. No, it is unhealthy. I had a client lose 40 pounds over the course of a year. That's way more fucking realistic. Is it possible for you? If you just heard that and you're like 40 pounds in a year, imagine 40 pounds in a year where you could be. Imagine 40 pounds in a year if you just fucking stuck to something consistently because it wasn't so freaking restrictive. Because you weren't so fucking impatient. You're impatient. I'm impatient. Guys, I am just as impatient as you are. So these little reminders that I'm giving, they're not just for you. They're a great reminder for myself. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't want just to look how I did a year and a half, 2 years ago tomorrow. I would love to wake up and look like that. But that is not the reality of life, especially because I didn't do what I should have done in the moment, which is just say, hey, this is not right. Something isn't right here, and stop. Especially when you have a coach and it's like, hey man, I'm like, this isn't really uncomfortable. Like, it's one thing to say like, this is uncomfortable, and your coach acknowledges it. And then she pauses what you're doing to say, okay, you're right. Something isn't working here. We're gaining way too much weight, way too fast. I don't want to increase your calories anymore. I don't want to do these things. Right. That is a real thing. It's a real thing. We're so impatient. We have no patience. We just want this shit right now. I'm here to tell you it does not work this way. Especially if you are a 30, 40, 50, 6-year-old woman who literally has treated her body like shit her entire life, who never has taken care of herself. That was me for 32 years, guys. I am not here to judge or like, well, you didn't do. No, I'm not here to be that person. It was me. I was her. I was you. I just figured it out at some point. You have to figure this out. At some point, you got to fucking get out of your own way, pack your patience, and chill out and just nuzzle into the uncomfortability of this process, which understanding for every year that you've treated your body like trash, you got at least a month, maybe more, to get undone. So, prime example, if you spent 30 years treating your body like shit, I would expect about 30 months to undo that shit really solidly. It doesn't mean it's going to take a full 30 months. That's a long time, and I understand that. But it's a whole process. And you better buckle the fuck up, because if you think you're just going to walk into here and you're just going to lose weight and lose weight and lose weight and lose weight, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And it's why you keep stuck on this hamster wheel that you keep going in and out of. It is why you keep on this hamster wheel. It's why you can't get off it. It's why you keep derailing. It's why you keep falling off. It's why you keep staying stuck. It's why it's not for you. It's why you're not good enough. You're not worthy enough. You don't deserve it. It's all those things packed together. So again, I'm going to remind you guys, I got 2 spots open for one-on-one coaching. Evergreen model is my Fat Loss Basics. You can hop into Fat Loss Basics anytime that you want. Anytime that you want. There is no start or end date on there anymore. I know that's how I used to run it. It's not how I run it anymore. So if you're listening to this, you're like, okay, I want to start something. I'm not sure where to start. Reach out to me. Say, hey, I need help here. I don't know where I belong in your programming. I don't know what container should I begin with? And as I stated, I'm very excited to start moving forward, in a different space too, that you guys are going to hear about towards the end of the month. So that being said, pack your patience, breathe. This is going to take time. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. This is not Amazon Prime. Okay. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I will catch you on the next episode.